I have a jacket that I'm gonna wear over this.
And baby,
Hey y'all, it is currently Saturday I think it's the 9th. Yeah, Saturday the 9th, and I'm about to start getting ready. My friend and I, we're going to this concert tonight to see 112, Jaheim, and Blackstreet. I can't remember if I talked about this the other day when I was vlogging, but y'all, I'm so sleepy. I woke up at 4:30 this morning. I could not go back to sleep. What did I do? So I woke up and I laid in the bed for a long time, and I just like basically looked at the ceiling. And then around 5:30 I got up and I started studying because I'm preparing to take a certification for something probably the end of this month. I don't want to push it out any further, but anyway, I got up and I just started studying because I was like, well, if I'm awake, I need to do something productive. So did that, went and ate some breakfast with my husband. We went to this place called Biscuit Belly. I wasn't fully impressed. The food was okay. It was a little on the saltier side. I don't know if it's because like I have dramatically decreased the amount of fried food and food that I eat. So that could be it too. And I don't know. But overall, I'm so sleepy, y'all, if you can't tell. I'm lacking energy right now. And I don't have time to take a nap because it's like 2:30. And I need to be out of the house probably close to, I'm gonna say about 4:30, because I'm gonna have to go to the grocery store and pick up some snacks, because the concert that we're going to is outdoors and you can bring like a cooler or whatever. It's one of those type of shows where you go, you get there kind of early, you sit, you know, you can go to different food trucks, mix and mingle, that sort of thing. So just trying to push through. I'm probably gonna have to drink some pre-workout. I hate drinking pre-workout if I'm not about to actually work out. I want to wear something cute. Y'all, it's still pretty cool out. It's 70 degrees today. I feel like this is an unusually cool spring. Like May by this time, what I remember, it's usually pretty warm, like pretty hot. I don't know, but it's 70 degrees. Today's high is 73, which to me is still cool for this time of the year. So I'm gonna have to find something to wear that's gonna be like later today I can just throw a jacket over it and it still looks put together and cute, because walking around I'm probably gonna get a little warm, but I get myself together because I'm not together right now at all. Yeah, I have so much to do. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, what do you wear when the weather is like this? I had an outfit picked out, and I actually had two outfit options if it hadn't been hot outside today. And I can't wear either one. One of them was going to be this cute little flowy number. It's like some shorts and like this little thing that goes over it, like a duster. That's about knee length. It's so cute, y'all. And this fabric is so beautiful with the balloon sleeves. Oh, that would have been so cute. But it's a little too cool for this. And you know, I still wanted to be like fun, you know? And then I wanted to wear this. This was going to be one of my other options. It's just like a romper with a belt. That would have been super cute. This was going to be, I might still actually wear this. I don't know. It's this really long maxi dress, and it's got a good amount of weight on it. It's just I don't like wearing strapless when it's not hot outside, you know, because then I just know I'm gonna get cold. And then I'm like, I don't want to wear my jean jacket the whole time. I don't know. Then there's this two-piece set, which I might actually wear. This is the top, and then the pants. I might wear this. I think I've worn this once before, but I might wear this. This might do what I need. Give what needs to be gave. Let me see. What other options? Why did I put that right here? What else? Weather is so weird right now. What is going on? Then I had this romper. This one piece. That's cute, right? So I don't know. Maybe I'll wear that. That's cute. It's time to get rid of this ponytail. This ponytail has been in far too long. So, time to wash my hair. Which that shouldn't take long. It shouldn't, but then again, I think my roots are quite tangled because of the ponytail. So, I don't know. I've been contemplating getting like a little cute haircut. I don't know, y'all, because I feel like longer hair suits my face better. And I don't want to cut it and then be like, okay, now I need some sort of extensions because I don't like the fact that it's shorter. So I'm not sure. But I'm really thinking about taking some length off just because sometimes it gets a little hard to manage. I'm used to it, but sometimes like tricky to manage, especially being that, you know, I work out so much and I sweat so much. The first place I start sweating is my scalp. I don't like to manipulate my hair a lot. In other words, I don't comb my hair a lot. I do like to stimulate my scalp, but I don't like to do a lot of different styles. I think that's one of the reasons why I have been able to sustain healthy hair throughout like my late 20s, early 30s, because I don't manipulate it much. And you know, my early 20s, I did more to my hair. I used more heat. I dyed my hair, and it was definitely it was a lot thinner. So, with the exception of high school, because in high school I wore my hair curly. Like, I rarely, sometimes I would straighten it, but for the most part I wore it in its natural state. So, you know what? Should I wear it natural today? Actually, oh, that would be easier. That would be so much easier. Cause like, why am I pressed to heat style my hair? Wear the curly curls today. When I wear my hair curly, I have to be cognizant of my bangs because depending on how my bangs are cut, the style might look a little wonky. But I think this length for my bangs right now is gonna translate well. Yeah, I'm gonna wear it curly because I don't even feel like blow drying, straightening, and all of that. Like, why why is that my default? I don't know. This stuff is really nasty, but it's effective. It works really fast. But it's not as bad as that smoothie that I made.
No breaks, baby, let them hoes sleep. Body on 10, make your girl OD. I get in my way, never out of my lane. Feel like you the one and I'm on one. So what it's gonna be? Baby, squad up, we finna go deep. Riding on a team, got what you need. Baby, won't you keep me company? Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down when I hit the
While my hair is air dry, I'm gonna let it partially air dry. I need to redo my lashes. Part of it is the glue's fault. This glue I was telling y'all about. I think I'm on like day 4. So I mean, it was decent, but I think part of it is me because I sweat and work out a lot. I think if I did not work out so much and sweat so much, it would last longer. But then also I sleep on this side, and so this side, like, my lashes kept falling off. And so I think it's because of the pressure that I was putting on my face on this side. And then as I was looking at my lashes on this side, like, they were still on. But as I was looking like at the root of my lash line, I could see like buildup of something. And I'm like, oh no, we need to remove these. So I just took a Q-tip and just brushed along my lash line because I don't know if any of you have ever had a sty before. I used to think it was called a star. A sty is very painful, and it's bacteria that has built up along your lash line. And this wasn't that long ago. Like, it was my first time ever getting it, and I was like, so now I'm very, very serious about keeping my lash line clean and clear as much as possible. So I'm just gonna redo my lashes really quickly. You know what? I forgot a step. I need to use some lash glue remover. This is just some generic lash glue remover that came with another lash kit that I had. But I will say that lash glue, it does have more tackiness than the other glues that I've used in the past. And what I like to do for my lash sequence is I like to do 16s on the outer edges, and then 14, and then 12s, and then 10s. I like how it gives me that lift on each end of my eyes, if that makes sense. Like, it gives me kind of like that cat eye look without wearing eyeliner. So that's why I like doing it this way. So I know it looks really long when I start out, and then I do like a 14. Sometimes I'll do a couple 14. I might do a couple 14s. I don't know. Let me see how this looks. $14. Yeah, I'm gonna do another one. Yeah, because it blends really good when you do like 16, 14, and then a 12. You see how it's kind of giving me that like lift at the ends? It's like a cat eye effect without the liner. And I love it because I think it suits my eye shape really well. And y'all, I have gaps in my lashes, so if it's picking up on camera, oh well. So that was a 12. Then I'm gonna do another 12. Sometimes I can press 2 lashes together to kind of close the gap. I don't know if you can even see that. Can y'all see that? Is it focusing? I don't know. But, and then if I have some room, I'll do a little 10 on the inner portion of my eye. And there you have it. It is my favorite lash sequence. So it doesn't matter what, I'm using like 4 different brands of lashes. So it doesn't even matter what lashes I use. The one rule that I do have is I don't use the voluminous, like the really fluffy lashes at the end. Like if I'm gonna do fluffy lashes, and I'm gonna show you the difference in a second, then I have to do fluffy all the way across. Like I don't vary between fluffy lashes and like the regular one. I do the same type or density all the way across. So look at the difference that makes. So I use a 16 from this kit. And what made me start doing it this way is because that's like literally all I had left, and I've been trying to maximize what I have. I was gonna show you the difference. So these are the fluffy lashes. Like, you know how you see the lashes and they're like really fluffy like this? That's what I'm talking about. So if I were to use these, I wouldn't just do one like 16 fluffy and then the rest of them like regular. Like to me, these are like a regular typical density. Is either or. Hopefully that makes sense. So something to keep in mind when you're doing your lashes. But I have so many different little boxes of lashes, and I kind of got to a point where I'm like, it's ridiculous that I keep buying lashes and I'm not using up what I have before I buy another little pack. Look at this. This is the 3rd pack because it has the 12s in it. And once you get the hang of it, it is pretty easy. Like it took me a minute to kind of like really get the hang of what I was doing for some reason. When I first started using these clusters, I was like, this is, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But once I got my little routine down and I said like, okay, this is gonna be my lash sequence, then it became a lot easier. So this is just the seal, the lash seal that I'm putting on now. And this does make a difference. So decide to do your lashes at home. Do not skip this step, because I promise you, your lashes will fall off like probably the same day. So this step does matter. You don't have to coat your whole lash. Typically put it at the root. This is it. Like, look at this. I have a whole box full of random lash clusters. Time to do makeup. What time is it? This milk primer though. And also I saw somewhere when you put your primer on, you have to, or when you moisturize before you put your primer on, you gotta let your moisturizer set into your skin for a bit. Get into a better habit of doing that. Y'all, my abs still hurt from that class. Like, my abs are still on fire. And I still ended up doing abs at the gym yesterday, but yeah, my abs are still on fire. Okay, so if you are wondering if Legree actually works, yeah, believe what the people are saying about it. It is definitely a really challenging workout. And I was in a beginner's class. I wasn't even like doing anything. You know how beginner's classes is more so like, you know, teaching you simple movements or whatever. But what Legree defines as simple was definitely more advanced for me personally. Because although I have done Pilates before and I love Pilates, when it comes to Pilates, I'm very much still kind of new, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not a Pilates aficionado. I'm using this She Glam bronzer that I found on Amazon. I don't know if I told y'all about this already, because I'm always on TikTok running my mouth and I can't tell currently if I already said these things on here. So if I have repeated myself, oh well, you're hearing it again, okay? You're hearing it again. This is only my second time using this bronzer. Do I love it? I don't know yet. It's doing a little something. I don't know if it's doing enough. And then I'm taking it back to my old Fit Me concealer. I like to mix that with my tinted concealer or the NARS one. I could have used either or, but I like, because as I told y'all earlier, I did not get a lot of sleep. So I'm gonna need something to make me look like I got more sleep than I did. I'm missing a brush, y'all, I think. Am I? I don't know. It's definitely time for me to clean my brushes though. I did get some new brush cleaner, Cinema Secrets. I didn't realize this bottle would be so small. I really didn't. I need to stop just like ordering stuff and not looking at the specs. I do it all the time. I've even ordered a sofa. I ordered a sofa one time off of Wayfair, and it was this really cute blue sofa. Very cute, like dark blue sofa. Y'all, when I get the sofa, it's so tiny. And I was gonna use it for the room that's like right off of the kitchen area. I couldn't do anything with that sofa. And best believe my husband made fun of me because he was like, yep, you didn't read the specs, did you? And I was like, nope, I did not. I gotta do better with that. It's just I see stuff and then like I get excited about it and then I buy it. But 2026, I'm being more intentional about not doing stuff like that because it's just not a good practice. It's not smart. You end up wasting resources. I mean, sure, you can return the stuff, but it's wasteful to do that. So let me finish my makeup. I'm just rambling. I'll be back. To get out of the house, but this is the outfit. I have a jacket I'm wearing. I have a jacket that I'm gonna wear over this.
Let's pretend this isn't my life. Let's pretend it was a great night. Let's pretend that it was real nice. Let's pretend that it's a movie. Let's pretend that it's a story. Let's pretend that it was glorious. Cause that's where I do my best work. That's where I see my real worth. In fiction you just can't get hurt.
Cause I miss you too. And faith in me. Cause anything I have is yours.
Hey y'all, so last night was a lot of fun. I got home probably right before 12 a.m. And I don't be out late. I'm in the house by like 8 o'clock. Last night was great. And Jaheim, he still sounds the same. Like he sounds like if you were to turn his songs on Spotify, he literally sounds like that on stage. Like the mic was on. 112, it was just Slim and Mike who performed. I don't know all of their names, but you can definitely tell that they need the whole group together. It just wasn't the same. The music was so loud. It was like because 112 headlined the show. It was like when 112 came out, whoever the sound team was, they just turned the sound, cranked it all the way up to the max, to where it was like as they were singing, they were trying to like sing over their own music, if that makes sense. It was a lot of hooting and hollering. I was like, I don't know. They did their best. You could tell they were really giving it their all. They really were. And it was a vibe. Like, everybody was having a good time. Like, that generation, it was mainly like an older crowd. Older people know how to have fun. Like, they're not going to sit around like looking to see who's looking at them. Like, they're gonna have a good time. And so just being in that atmosphere in general, it was a good time. It just kind of got to a point with the music, it was just so loud. And my friend, she was like, well, I'm ready when you are. And I was like, girl, we can go now, okay? Long story short, the show was great. I'm still really tired, but I have some stuff that I need to do today. And it's almost 10 o'clock, y'all. Like, I literally just got out of the bed. And usually I'm up around like 7:30 at the latest. So that should tell you I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty worn out. But today is Mother's Day. Typically Mother's Day is not the easiest for me because I lost my mom in 2014. And so it always shakes me up. Like, every year. It doesn't matter how much time has passed. It always does shake me up a bit. And I do tend to be more emotional around Mother's Day, around her birthday, which is also my wedding anniversary. We honored her during our wedding on her birthday. But those typically are the holiday, like, those are typically times where I'm usually very emotional, so I have to give myself grace. I try to rest as much as I need to and not like push myself, you know, just for the sake of pushing myself and showing up and looking like I'm okay. So I've learned over the years to just go with the emotions that my body and mind are telling me to go with, but don't stay there too long. Because for one, I know that she wouldn't want me to be somewhere sad and depressed, and she would want me to show like the best parts of myself to the world and to those that I love and love me back. I was just looking at myself in this, like, what is happening with this body, y'all? I don't know. But anyway, I was just looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, I need to do some sort of gua sha or lymphatic drainage because, number one, I'm feeling stuffy. People were smoking out there at the concert last night, and it was an outdoor show, but it was just like a cloud of smoke over us. So what I typically like to do when I'm feeling that way is I'll get some face oil, and I'm gonna wash my face again because I don't like to let oil sit on my face. But this is the L'Occitane Immortelle Divine oil. It's a Divine Youth oil, that's what that is. So I actually got this in a set that also came with the moisturizer. But when I'm doing gua sha, I do like to use this oil because this oil actually does not break me out like many other oils tend to. So I just took one dropper full, spread it evenly over my face. So let me know in the comments if you all also do gua sha. I love it because it does help with any kind of like inflammation and puffiness. Feeling stuffy right now. It helps with that. So I typically, now with gua sha, you just go in one direction. Like, I've seen people go back and forth, but in traditional Chinese medicine, you just go one direction on each side of your face, each area of your face, using kind of the edge and the flat side of the tool. The gua sha tool. This is just a plain old ceramic gua sha face tool. I don't remember where I got this from, but I like to take this side that has like the little dip in it and go on my chin. Do y'all do this too? I used to do it really consistently, and I definitely, when I do it consistently, I do see a difference in just the puffiness and because my face can get really puffy depending on what I eat or drink. So when I use this, regardless of what I eat or drink, it does help. It does eliminate or minimize that puffiness that I tend to get. And I feel like it helps wake my face up. You know, you spend so long in the bed, like 7-8 hours in the same position laying down. So just think about like all of the blood and the fluid that's just sitting on sides of your face, right? I think this helps to release that. And I like the fact that it helps. It's like it just releases the tension in my face, especially like if you get really tense up in here without realizing it. Like I know sometimes I look mad, even though I'm not, like, you know, I'll have like a little wrinkle in my brow. This does help to release that tension and relaxes those muscles. It's one of the things that makes me love being a girl. Oh, I love it. I mean, I know men can do this too, but y'all know they ain't gonna do this shit. Most men anyway. Nasal drip, like the fluid like release from in here, I can literally feel it releasing. Y'all see a difference? I'm kind of seeing, maybe when I look in the mirror, I can't tell in the camera, but yeah. Can y'all see a difference? I think I'm seeing a difference. Maybe. I don't know. I think I see a difference. Anyway, the hair did okay last night too. I don't think I moisturized it enough, so it was starting to get a little frizzy, but that's okay. It's all good. I'm glad I didn't straighten my hair because it would have, my hair holds smell, so it would have been smelling like smoke today, and I would have had to wash my hair and style it all over again. So I'm glad that I did not spend the time yesterday straightening my hair. I'm so glad. But anyway, going into chef mode, I'm about to go make some breakfast.
Yeah, yeah.